Welcome back. You're watching the Jacksonville History Show. I'm Harry Reagan. Now we preview the Riverside Avondale Preservation Home Tour. And our guest is Carmen Godwin, Executive Director of RAP. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
This is, how many years has RAP been doing this?
This is our 39th year.
39th year.
Yes.
That is very impressive.
Almost as old as I am.
Okay. Okay, let's take a look at, give our viewers a preview of some of the things that they will see on the tour.
Great. Well, the tour is April 27th and 28th, the last weekend in April. Jacksonville Magazine has a 20-page spread about the home tour detailing all of the homes, and you'll get a free copy of that when you come on the tour.
And that's what we're looking at now?
Yes.
Okay.
This is actually a house that I've been waiting to get into for a very long time. It was on the very first home tour, and it hasn't been on since. It is a beautiful Italianate mansion, and it has a lot of the original features, a beautiful carved stone fireplace in the living room. Here's an interior shot of the dining room. It also has the original beams in the ceiling and some of the original tile as well. There are the beams on the ceiling, stone fireplace, and the lead glass windows, which are just gorgeous.
And another
Yes,
house?
This house is actually right beside the house I just showed you. They were built the same year, 1926, and they both have a Mediterranean revival style to them. This one I'm really excited about because one of its best features is this beautiful grand ballroom in the house that has a beautiful chandelier, and they have the pristine gardens in the backyard. And so visitors will be able to visit both of those homes right next door to one another.
Now, 1926 would have been kind of the heyday of Riverside Avondale.
Of Avondale. A lot of homes in Riverside are built in the 19-teens, but Avondale, definitely 1926 is the heyday, and we've got several homes that were built in 26 and have the Mediterranean revival style on this year's tour.
Okay.
It's another shot of that house. This is a really interesting save. This house was had been turned into a rooming house, and it had, was carved up into a lot of different rooms. And the people who bought this did a meticulous restoration of the heart of pine floors and windows, and saved what they could. They found a bathtub in the attic that they restored and made used again. It is now a law office, and it will house the art house. Which is being curated by Crystal Floyd, and will have art from Dolph James, Sean Thurston, and other local artists throughout the home will be featured. That is a work of Madeline Peck Wagner on that page. This is actually a really interesting building, too. This is the home of the Junior League of Jacksonville.
Oh, yes.
But it was originally built as the first Mormon church in the state of Florida, which I thought was really interesting, and it was commissioned by Brigham Young's youngest son. Now, I'm not sure how many children he had, probably quite a few, but the very youngest built this church. And it will house our craftsman showcase.
He lived in Jacksonville, we think, or?
No. It was the plans were sent from Salt Lake City to build this first church in the state of Florida for the Mormons. This is the featured craftsman house, and so the first floor of this house will have window restorer and a foundation expert and a cabinet design person and a lot of different people to sort of give how-tos and help people through their process if they have historic homes. We'll also have fresh coffee and treats from neighborhood eateries. And on Sunday from 12:30 to 2:30, the District Church, which is an urban band church, their band will be playing on Sunday from 12:30 to 2:30 on the second floor of that building.
Very good.
Again, another beautiful Avondale Mediterranean revival home. This home still has the original elevator that was built with the home, and it's one of the few houses that have a basement in Florida. a beautiful bungalow. We were told that the owners of this home restored and kept almost every feature, even a lot of the lighting. This beautiful Queen Anne is right across the street from the church building that I showed you earlier.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
And this bungalow, I've heard, has some of the most beautiful interiors. I have not been able to see all the interiors yet, but the woman bought it from two ladies who their mother was actually a survivor of the Titanic. So they have some information out about that story as well. In addition to the homes on the tour, we have this beautiful garden. The owners in the St. John's Quarter took a piece of land that literally had no landscaping on it, and they've created 6 distinct little garden areas that's very reminiscent of your classical gardens. This home is on Pine Street. This is actually not what it looks like now. This is the before picture. It was definitely a great save. The owners opened up the porch. It was literally unlivable. You can see the picture on one side is the dining room before. The picture on the other shows you the restoration. And then here is the kitchen and dining area, what it looked like before and after.
Takes some imagination and some perseverance. Huh?
And a lot of hard work,
yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This house is on Richmond Street in Avondale, beautiful country cottage.
Mm-hmm.
This house is in the St. John's Quarter, and they have a beautiful addition that they've completed on the rear of this home. We will have Hot Wheels, cars, antique cars, roaming the neighborhood the whole time of the tour. So you'll get to spot some of those throughout the neighborhood. And we're also featuring a bike tour. It starts at 10 o'clock on Saturday at City Cycle on Park Street. And it's really the best way, in my opinion, to see the neighborhood because you really get to see all the houses in between the houses as well. And you can get your tickets online. If you buy your tickets early, we have a $5 discount. If you buy them before the Friday of the tour, it's $15 to see all those lovely houses. If you buy it the day of the tour, it's $20. But you can go to 2013hometour.eventbrite.com to purchase your tickets. We have several restaurants that are featured that will be offering specials, Black Sheep, European Street, and Biscotti's. Mm-hmm. And then if you don't mind, I wanted to talk just a second about our Bootleggers Ball, which is a 1920s Prohibition-era event. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be 3 weeks after the home tour on May 18th. Mm-hmm. And we all dress up, and Mojo's number 4 is preparing Sazeracs and Old Fashions, and there'll be live music and just a great deal of fun at that event. So we hope that people will be able to join us for that as well.
Now, on the home tour, you mentioned bicycling.
Yes.
It's not really a walking tour unless you're really into walking.
It is not. There are several homes that you can walk between, but you'll have to get in your car to go, because our district's so large, you'll have to get in your car to travel between locations.
But bicycling is a good idea.
Bicycling is an excellent way to see the tour, and the weather is great this time of year, so that's what I would recommend.
And the proceeds go to operate RAP.
Exactly.
Basically.
The proceeds assist Riverside Avondale Preservation in all the work that we do throughout the year. We have special projects like the Riverside Dog Park that we're working on, and a community garden, and all that money helps those things that we want to accomplish in the neighborhood.
And this is the 39th tour. And let's talk a little bit about what RAP does. You mentioned a couple of things, but Riverside Avondale is a historic district, and what does RAP try to do to preserve? That's part of the name.
Well, when we started 39 years ago, it was in reaction to a lot of the historic homes coming down, and so we obviously still preserve the architecture of the area, and that's one of the reasons that we were named one of the top 10 great neighborhoods in the nation in 2010. But it's also because of the quality of life issues that we deal with. You know, like making sure that our tree canopy remains, and that we've planted over 600 trees in the rights of way in the last few years. Making sure that we have access to the river, and that our neighborhood is bikeable and walkable, and our commercial districts are vibrant, and all of those things. So we have a big job. We have over 5,000 structures in our neighborhood, but we have a lot of people to please, but we do work hard to preserve the neighborhood and the quality of life that we have.
And this requires interacting with your elected officials.
Yes.
To help educate them or lobby them a little bit about the importance of the historic district.
Exactly. I mean, heritage tourism is huge in other cities, and it's not something that we really focus on in Jacksonville, but we have a really rich historic district, several of them, and only a couple of our councilmen actually live in historic districts and understand the value of them. And so, yes, it is very important that they understand what historic districts can do for the city of Jacksonville.
And the tour, quickly, is
April 27th and 28th, Saturday from 10 to 5 and Sunday from 12 to 5.
Okay, Carmen, thank you very much for being with us
Thank you
on
for
the
having
Jacksonville
me.
History Show. And that's our show for now. You can get more information about Jacksonville's history at our website, jackshistory.com, or by calling 665-0064. For now, as Emily Liska likes to say, we're history.